Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mini Scroll, the daily internet culture podcast bringing you the biggest stories from social media, the creator economy, and the digital space every Monday through Thursday. I'm your host, Lauren Meisner, the founder of the youth digital media brand Centennial World. You guys, I just recorded this entire episode and I did not have the microphones plugged in to the camera, so there was no sound. So love that for me. Thankfully, these episodes are short and sweet. Otherwise, I'd be spiraling. So if you guys watch on YouTube, you might be able to tell that there is like a new vibe going on here. We are in a new studio. I mentioned last week that I was getting a studio space. So basically, I've been trying to figure out how we can get a dedicated office. I still wanted to stay at our co-working space in Sydney, but they have like floating memberships, which is what we were on for years and years. And then they also have dedicated offices. So since January, I've been trying to get a dedicated office, and I found out last Monday that we were able to get one. And I was like, all right, I just want to get this over with. I want to move everything in. I want to start doing this. I basically started paying for it from May 1st. So I was like, okay, I want to get this done. So Sean and myself and my brother spent the whole weekend putting this space together. So we have a couple desks in here. It's a small room, but it's like a couple desks for my team and this little podcast studio. It is nowhere near done, so bear with me. And the lighting, I'm still figuring all of this out. It's been a journey, but I am excited, and we like soundproofed the whole thing. So you can probably see along this wall a little bit. There's like the soundproof boxes and stuff, but yes, it's cool. And I hope that it really like elevates the vibes. But for now, bear with me as we're still kind of figuring it out. All right, let's get into the stories for today. I just have two quick stories for you guys. So the first is I wanted to recap all of the drama that happened this weekend between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. So over the past few months, Kendrick Lamar and Drake have been dropping diss tracks on each other, but things really escalated over the weekend when Kendrick released 4 back-to-back tracks, basically. So Kendrick Lamar and Drake first collaborated in 2011 on Drake's Take Care album. In 2012, Kendrick opened on Drake's Club Paradise tour, and that same year, they also collaborated on Fucking Problems and Poetic Justice, which would mark the last time that the pair would collaborate. In 2013, Kendrick and Drake started releasing diss tracks on each other, and they've been quote-unquote feuding ever since. Okay, so there has been a lot of back and forth over the years, but the most recent drama. On April 19th, Drake released Push Ups, which is a diss track on Kendrick mocking his small stature, specifically his feet. Days later, on April 24th, he released a second diss track on Kendrick via Instagram called Tailor Made Freestyle, where he basically taunted Kendrick for not responding to his April 19th track. On April 30th, Kendrick responded to Drake with a 6-minute track called Euphoria. Billboard writes, quote, "The 6-minute diatribe was scathing, showcasing a bloodthirsty Lamar calling out Drake for using the N-word, questioning his fashion sense, his hip-hop merits, and more." Now, this weekend, Kendrick continued to release diss tracks. So he released one on May 3rd called 616 in LA, claiming Drake has someone in his camp who is leaking information. Hours later, Drake responded with a track called Family Matters, where he accused Kendrick of being unfaithful to his fiancée. On May 4th, Kendrick responded with Meet the Grams. And it's in this track, Meet the Grams, where Kendrick accused Drake of being a deadbeat father and having a second daughter. He said, quote, or rapped, quote, "You lied about your son, you lied about your daughter, huh? You lied about them other kids that's out there hoping that you come." So people really believed this, and I feel like they might still believe it because A, Kendrick already called Drake out for having someone in his camp who leaks information, and B, as we know, Drake did keep his son hidden for quite a while. But Drake responded to this accusation on Instagram stories that same day, writing, "Nah, hold on, can someone find my hidden daughter, please, and send her to me? These guys are in shambles." But the back and forth has ended, at least for now, when Kendrick released a 4th diss track on May 4th called Not Like Us, accusing Drake and his team of being sex offenders. Quite an accusation. So this has just been viral everywhere. This is absolutely not our normal content for Infinite Scroll, Mini Scroll, but this is viral everywhere. And if you guys want a very funny take on it, go watch Bila Delgado's TikTok. They basically make like a diss track on Drake. It's very clear they are on Kendrick's side, but it is absolutely hilarious. Go watch it. All right, and the last story that I have for you guys is another personality that we've actually never talked about on this podcast, but is in very much in the influencer world. So Harry Jowsey has addressed the romance rumors between himself and Rylee Arnold on his new podcast. So Too Hot to Handle star Harry Jowsey has finally addressed his rumored relationship with Dancing with the Stars partner Rylee Arnold, and people are not happy with this. So Harry was paired up with Rylee during Dancing with the Stars season 32, and there was so much speculation that the two were more than just dance partners, basically. And they really leaned into this. They would do interviews together where they were like flirting and really coy about what was going on. They made all these TikToks together. They spoke so highly of each other. They basically led fans to believe that they were something. But now Harry is setting the record straight, and it has people really pissed off. So he just launched his new podcast called Boyfriend Material, where he teased that he would address Rylee in the first episode. In the episode, Harry called Rylee a cute girl, but said that they were never a thing. Quote, "I'm sorry if this breaks some hearts, but I'm here to confirm once and for all, Rylee and I have never been in any type of relationship. We never leaned into it. We never were putting on an act or anything like that. It was just organic. What you saw is kind of how it was. That was just amazing love and amazing friendship and just an amazing bond that we had together." Now, in this episode, Harry said that he was the one who turned Rylee down. And he said he made it clear to her that he is not the right guy for her, and that he set boundaries with her from the start, and that he wanted to like protect her from all of the drama in his life. And he knew that if they started dating, that, you know, it would hurt her personal brand because of what his personal brand is, and that she's 18, he's 26. Like, she shouldn't be wasting her time with someone who's older like that, which I do agree with that. But he basically made it out to be like she wanted to be with him, and he was this like, you know, knight in shining armor, this really great guy that was like, no, I'm going to sacrifice what I want for you, for your greater good. However, he then dropped a major bomb saying that he had a secret girlfriend while they were filming Dancing with the Stars, and that all the news articles and the speculation about him and Rylee, that really like hurt his relationship. So the reception to that has been quite bad. Fans have flooded the comment section of his video on YouTube with criticism, saying that Harry used Rylee to promote his new era of his career, this new podcast, this new project, and then basically dropped her. One person wrote, "I can't believe he let me believe he was a changed man and a good man, all to use Rylee for views until his next project came and then disrespected her. You'll never deserve someone as beautiful and kind and sincere as Rylee. I hope she's okay." Someone else wrote, "I'm afraid Rylee got used for views and promoting this podcast. I'm so sorry, Rylee. You deserve better." And someone else wrote, "The way he literally used Rylee as clickbait for this episode only to totally disrespect her. Annoying. Hopefully your secret relationship knows better than to take you back. Won't be listening to this podcast again." So this anger was furthered when fans noticed that leading up to the podcast drop, Harry and Rylee unfollowed each other. So underneath a TikTok promotional video where it was like clickbait, like I said, he commented back to someone. So somebody reportedly asked if the podcast was the reason that he and Rylee unfollowed each other. And he reportedly wrote, and when I say reportedly, I mean I have not been able to verify this because it seems like he deleted the comments. So take this with a grain of salt. But he reportedly wrote, "She was liking shady comments about me when we had discussed everything about the podcast before I filmed it and what was going to be in it. I have the camera footage from my living room to prove it." Also, the Get Back with an Ex video is in collaboration with a network to start a marketing rollout strategy, which he was also aware of. So he is confirming that a lot of this promotional stuff for the podcast was clickbait, intentional clickbait, because it was part of a marketing rollout strategy for his podcast, which does make sense, of course. But he is saying Rylee was aware of all of this. And I think fans are just really defensive of this because Rylee is so young. This is her first kind of brush with fame. And Harry Jowsey has a very bad reputation, like as being a fuckboy, but also just kind of being like a bit shady. So I think people are feeling protective of her because it does seem like he's been using her image and likeness kind of to his advantage, and it's possible that she did not realize the extent of that while it was happening. Anyways, guys, hopefully this recorded. I'm going to check. Thank you so much for listening to Mini Scroll. It means so much to me. I love you guys. Please remember to rate, review, and subscribe. It helps me grow. It helps me keep going. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.